Hey everybody, it's Steve with Sky194 and appreciate you taking the time to visit and check out my video. And we're here at Monza and I'm in the Nissan GTR, an oldie but a goodie. It seems like not that long ago it just came out. But I still love it. I still really a big fan of the GTR and I like this color. I like this livery that I got on this one. That's really has the colors I like. But I had a request for a setup here at Monza, and I got a pretty good one. I mean, I'm sure always room for improvement, you know my old saying, but I still think it's very solid, very drivable, and just really good everywhere. So let's just make a quick lap. Of course, the Nissan, has a little bit of coming off the corner with, like a power oversteer, but I didn't really have it too bad with the setup. It seems pretty good. Speed's very good down the straightaway. Got 169, just touched 170. So very good speed down the straightaway. Good motor. One of my favorite sounding six cylinders. I think for a six cylinder, I think it just sounds really good. It's really balanced. I mean, it goes pretty good through these corners here. Really happy. You can really feel the edge of the tire, which I really like, the front tire, and but still has good straightaway speed. Love all the whining and gear noise and all that just sounds. That's just music to my ears. Goes through Parabolica really nice. Really happy with that. That's a 1:49.02. So again, decent time for me, especially with I started with 85 liters because that's what it would take to do a 45-minute race. It was 85, and you see I still have 63 on, so that's good lap. I made a few mistakes here and there, so I mean it's I'm sure there's more in it. Not the perfect lap, and you can see here all the laps. So, I mean, you got the next lap I did a 33 and 64. Then I messed up this last lap. I went in turn one too hot, and just blew that whole turn. Didn't go out, but I just totally messed it up. So it should have been more like a mid 49. So that was driver error there. But you got a lot of mid 49s and lower 49s. So really happy with that. So let's go check out the setup. So here's the setup. Load it in here. Got 25.9 left front, 26.1 left rear, 27 right front and right rear. The toes negative 0.05 with the camber at negative 3.5 on the left front and negative 3.4 on the right front, and the caster at 15. The toe on the rear is 0.02 with the camber at negative 3.3 on the left rear and negative 3.2 on the right rear. Again, tried some different toe settings, some different alignment settings, but not too crazy. I just tried a few things, but it just seems really good here. Electronics are 3, 3, and 1. Of course, fuel, like I said, I had 85 liters with the number 1 brake pad. Anti-roll bar is a 5 in the front. 58.6 in the brake bias. You can go down to 58 or about a point down, no problem. 12 steering's all the way down. Springs are 166,000 on the front with an 800 bump stop rate and a 3 bump stop range on the left front and a 5 bump stop range on the right front. On the rear, the springs are 136,000 with a bump stop rate of 600 and a bump stop range of 15 on the left rear and 26 on the right rear. Anti-roll bar is 4 and the preload on the diff is 70. Now, here I didn't try a ton of different spring packages, a little bit here and there, but you know, you don't have a lot of downforce, so I try to, you know, go with the weaker springs also, just because you don't need a super stiff spring if you don't have a lot of downforce. At least the mediocre, you don't need to go soft, but you don't need to go super stiff anyway. And you know, hitting those curbs and going, you know, over some of the things just upsets it. So you try to find a balance. The diff, you can go down to 60 and try it if you like, but it just seemed like through them chicanes, a lot of times coming off, it would want to get into that power oversteer type thing and spin the one tire, and you'd end up losing some time. So I just gave it another click, and it didn't totally get rid of it, but it made it a lot better. So I didn't want to go too drastic and then get an understeer somewhere else. So that's basically a happy medium. You know, just, you know, you might be able to go 60 for qualifying and maybe get away with it. But for a race, I would probably keep it around that. Shocks on the front, left front are 12, 13, 30, and 20. And right front is 11, 13, 29, and 19. And on the rear, it's 7, 1, 16, and 18. And, of course, all that has been dialed in by Motec. And they came out pretty decent, so pretty close. So I'm sure there's always room for, you always have a click here or there, but it's still really, really close. Aero got 56 in the front, 59 in the rear with a 0 rear wing, and a 3 and a 3 in the brake ducts, and the front aero variation is a 3.6 to the positive. So again, I tried a 1 rear wing. It didn't seem too bad, but it didn't seem too bad with the with 0 either. I mean, it handled through those, you know, the corners pretty good still. The back end was fine. So, you know, I went ahead and did it. And it cost you about, if you went with 1, I think it cost about 1 or 2 miles an hour. So, I mean, obviously, as long as it doesn't affect everywhere else on the track too bad, I mean, obviously, I'll go with the least downforce I can, but it's got to be able to be decent, you know, through the rest of the track. So it seems, you know, pretty decent through the chicanes and on the brakes and things like that. Again, the Nissan's, you know, got a lot of good points to it. So I sure hope you enjoyed the setup. And if you could give me a like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed, I really would appreciate the support. And, of course, a link to this setup will be in the description. And, of course, I have a PayPal link down there also if you want to help support the channel that way. And I thank you for everybody that any way you do it, whether it's PayPal or, you know, like or subscribing, all those are support. And I sure love talking to all my sim racing friends. So feedback is always appreciated. And I sure hope you come back and visit again really soon. Y'all take care. See ya.